I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. All right, well, thank you guys for coming. I know we have a few other, we'll just let Jaime, when he gets here, just have him sign a card. Or do you have one, Art? Okay. So announcements of disclosure, conflicts of interest, we don't have any. We're going to move on to the public comments, and we have Mr. Carlos Vargas. Come on up, sir.
Mayor, I know y'all have approved $300,000 for the road, work. People in Dairy Queen that I see in the Dairy Queen or Pueblo Viejo, they asked them when are they gonna fix the roads? Cause the potholes are real bad. And every street there is in this town, it's real bad, the streets. And they said that the streets has never been, this bad. And also about the railroad tracks, did they fix the railroad tracks? So with the railroad tracks, the city don't have nothing to do with it. But the streets, and then the speed bumps. I've seen the signs come up, but no speed bumps. The sign says speed bumps, and it's like I tell everybody, yeah, there are speed bumps. The potholes they are complaining, that's the speed bumps. But they're just wondering when, if y'all ever gonna fix the roads.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I know that if they want information, I think they should just call. Sal actually has it's I guess in the process of moving forward on that. Is that correct?
Yeah,
So,
I thought I put enough information out there on Facebook and our page about that.
Okay, so yeah, just have them call City Hall and ask. Sal could share a lot of that information with them because we are on the works with it.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I tell them, make call city hall.
Yeah,
I go to the meetings, but that's it.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's the best thing to do when there's issues like that. Just have them call City Hall and Sal will help them out and let them know where we are with that stuff.
Okay, I told them the speed bumps are the potholes that we have.
All right, thank you, sir. So non-action items, we're going to move on to announcements and details of city's new utility payment portal. Miss Betsy, I know we talked a little bit about it last meeting. So tell us where we are now with this.
So we just introduced our new payment portal. Many of you may have noticed that your utility bills are a little bit different. Now you can either follow the link that will be, there's a QR code that's going to be on your bill, and you can snap that, use your camera on your phone, and it will directly lead to this website. There's also a link that goes directly to the City of Odom website to this as well. And whenever you get here, you can either hit quick pay, and that way you can just log in, pay your bill. But if you use this option, you're not gonna be able to customize what alerts you get when you get on how you're getting your bill. And then if you hit the sign in or sign up, you're gonna be asked for the last payment amount. Whenever you use this one, you're able to set up your auto pay. You can sign up for e-billing. You can opt into text messages, because right now you're going to be getting messages that are all over the phone. And you're also able to opt out of those phone calls in there. And then we'll put announcements that are coming up. So Monday, October the 13th, you need to have your bulk and your brush set out. So there's your weekend plans. And there is a 3.7% fee that's collected by the payment processor. Odom doesn't get any portion of that fee.
Okay.
When do they have where you can bring in your trash over here? Like your appliances or
Cleanup.
whatever. Your cleanup day.
When you can drop off
You
stuff.
drop off, like on Saturdays, you know?
First Saturdays of every month. But you can come in and pay and we'll make arrangements with the staff to go by and open up for you. Usually it's either 11 or 1 because the staff's usually going to be nearby for lunch. So as long as they go and pay, get the ticket, bring that to them.
So then they had it this Saturday.
If they're eligible, that can be picked up with the bulk, correct?
Yeah, well, there's do's and don'ts with the bulk, though, it's a little bit more stricter though. That we have the do's and don'ts on our page, I can show.
So they can do sofas too, right?
Yeah.
They used to.
That's-
They used to.
Those have
The
been.
The only thing is
We never
just
put sofas in.
construction material. That's the only thing that.
Or oils? Okay.
TVs or tires.
Everything, and nothing in boxes. They want to see what's in there because they picked up boxes and it's full of
Okay.
paints and all sorts of stuff they couldn't take. It's gotta be out in the open. I know we have that
Yeah.
issue a couple months ago.
Let's just say that
So we
an
can share.
elderly person, when they come in here, just pay their bill the same way they've been paying here. Can they still do that?
Oh, yeah. definitely.
Okay. So, and then they have that option, they have the quick pay option. It's just gonna take them to that data and pay it and that's it. And if they wanna get alerts and all this stuff, then they go to the third option, right?
Right, yeah, it's all, you have to customize how you want it. You have to
You'll be able to look up your historical bills.
So if you sign up,
See it graph.
okay, so if you sign up, you'll be able to look back and see what your usage and all, okay?
Yeah, I see a lot of the younger generation doing that. The older generation, I think they're gonna stay just basic. That's why I wanna make sure they were covered.
Yes, and it's good just to go ahead, even if you don't plan on paying, if you don't want to pay the fee, you want to just keep on paying cash, or paying by check. It's good to still sign up for it because you're able to see those historical bills.
You can also get text
Like,
messages.
the notifications of how you want to receive your information.
So you can, we're sending a lot of information via text, so we encourage everyone to sign up for that portion because if there's a, like today, I'm gonna shut off the water part of the city for a major water line break. Right now, Facebook and our, well, not so much the website, but Facebook is quick to make information out there. Sorry. But if we can start texting people, but they have to be signed up to receive it.
I think that also, like the last weekend, we had the issue with the power outage over there. We let the answering service know, hey, look, this is what's going on. And so as people were calling in, the calls kind of dwindled down because we let them know ahead to say, hey, look, this is what's going on. So as people were calling in, the answering service was able to answer their response. So, getting to the answering service, like, especially after hours, so like that, we don't continue to have a whole bunch of calls over the same thing.
And I think to the mayor's point, all I want to make sure is that we don't lose focus on those elderly people. Because I understand what you're saying about text and all, but a lot of them don't want that. They want just basic. So as long as we don't lose focus on that, we're good to go. Yeah.
And the default is a phone call.
Yeah.
And then also, the number isn't listed up there, I think it's on the homepage. There is a pay by phone option as well. And I could probably put that on directly on there.
Is there a charge?
Same fee.
It's the same fee.
But instead of talking to someone in the office, they can just pay their bill and have to deal with somebody. So I know, well, not that we don't want to talk to anybody, but it'll give us more time in the office to take care of some other things that we're just kind of catch up on. So,
The number is 833-627-3130.
yeah, we'll put that on the landing
The
page.
people that sign in, because I have a couple of renters, especially my kids are spoiled, 2 accounts are in my name. Can they sign up or would it have to be me?
I think it's per account, right?
Or is it
We'll have to
by
double check
address?
to see what kind of limitations you want them to be able to, if they want to volunteer and pay that month.
Well, no, they pay it.
Okay,
They pay it on their own.
but you want to be able to see it probably.
I want them to go ahead and sign up. I was just asking, being that it's in my account, it's in my name.
I think as long as they have different accounts.
Yeah, it's got a different
Number, it could be in one person's name, but you can have several different
Yeah.
accounts. I think it should be okay because you have different accounts for each person or each house.
No, and they pay on their own.
Right, yeah,
They-
yeah.
They
Sure.
pay online or
I think as long as the
one
account's
of them
different,
drops off, so.
yeah. But if you had 2 people, And that might be something we need to ask maybe about households, because if you have two adults with one account and they both want text message, we want to make sure that they both get it because they could get,
Would you think they have all the information there, like the account and all the, how much they owe and everything? It shouldn't be a problem, probably. As long as they have the account number and.
Yeah. Mhm.
Then they can probably sign up for themselves.
Definitely. We are going to try to, we're working something out where people who maybe have a little trouble with technology but want to be able to access it, maybe just can't get past signing up to where they can come in. Maybe an iPad that we have could be used to help them sign up. 'Cause I know there's people that can handle the tech, they just getting in there and all that and maneuvering how to get it set up, they have trouble with that. So we're trying to figure out an efficient way to address that.
Awesome.
Well, we've come a long ways.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good.
Yeah.
Done a good job.
Thank you.
So before we move on to the discussion and action item, as I mentioned, we have a young man here, Jaime Acosta. He is the president of the freshman class. I met this young man at the football game on Friday, and he was promoting something that he feels passionate about. And as we talked, he seems like a very well spoken young man. And I said, well, if you want to reach a larger audience, instead of walking around at the football stadium passing out flyers to everyone, why don't you come and join us? Because I can see a young man like this someday sitting up here in one of our spots as he gets older and, be the next community leaders. So Jaime, if you want to step up to the microphone and let's, share with us what it was that you were, you can pull the microphone down a little bit for you.
No, it's fine where it's at. It's really
Oh,
loud.
okay, it's
But
really
long
loud.
as the-
Okay.
As long as the green light's on. Yeah, we're good.
And thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I've talked to the staff, to the council a little bit about what, but I'm going to leave it up to you to really share what you're passionate about.
What I'm about to say is and forever will be an unmistakable truth. It is the natural human want, no, better yet, desire to want things less expensive. It's the truth, and it will stay the truth for years to come. I have lived in Odom for my entire life, and I have seen this small town grow and prosper into astronomical heights and feats. However, I've also seen this town sometimes fall into the hands of greed. And that is why I came here. To speak about such greed, and bring a topic to light of which I think deserves much attention. Odom Metro ISD, specifically the Odom Owls, our varsity team, an absolutely unstoppable team of incredible athletes who, if I'm correct, haven't lost a single game this whole season.
They're undefeated.
They are the heart and soul of our school district and of our little town we call home. And one thing is for certain, is that any time they play a home game, it unites all people from every part of Odom together into one setting, one field, one stadium. And in that stadium lays another crucial part of our Friday Night Lights experience that, I believe, makes Odom truly special. Our concession stand, run by the Owl Band Booster Club for the benefit of our school's absolutely tremendous band, who, mind you, are district champions, conducted by our one and only Mr. Rash. However, I have come to notice something deeply concerning, something that has quietly been taken away from that unity we all hold so dearly. It is not the players, nor the crowd, or even the music that fills the stands. It is something far simpler, yet just as impactful. The prices at our concession stand. Now, before I continue, let me be clear. I am not here to slander, criticize, or belittle the band boosters or the band program itself. In fact, I hold the utmost respect for them. They are some of the hardest working, most dedicated students and parents in this district. They represent Oldham with pride anywhere they go, from halftime shows to statewide competitions. I understand that the funds raised through the concession stand help cover important expenses, uniforms, instruments, travel costs, and meals on long trips. Those needs are real. No one is arguing against them. But what I am saying is that there has to be a balance. A way to both support our incredible band and also ensure that families in our community can enjoy the Friday night football experience without breaking their wallets. Because what I've seen time and time again are students, parents, and neighbors. People who came to support their team walking up to that stand, looking at the prices, walking away empty-handed. I've seen younger kids tugging on their parents' sleeves, asking for a soda or a snack, only for their parents to quietly shake their heads. And I've seen those same parents look down, a bit embarrassed. Not because they don't love their kids or their town, but because in that moment, they simply can't justify spending $7 on a sandwich or $3 on a small soda. When that happens, something inside that stadium changes. The excitement dulls just a little bit. The energy dips. The crowd, the heart of the Friday Night Lights loses just a little bit of its warmth. Because part of what makes these nights special is the ability for everyone, regardless of their situation, to participate fully. Now imagine this instead. Family walks up, sees fair, reasonable prices. $1 for a soda, maybe 75 cents for chips, $1 for popcorn, and they smile. They buy a few things, maybe even more than they had planned. The band still earns money, but the entire community feels included. Everyone gets a taste of that Friday night joy. That's not just good business, that's good community. Lowering prices doesn't mean less support for the band. In fact, it can mean more. Because when prices are fair, more people buy. When more people buy, more funds circulate. Volume to replace margin. And more importantly, people feel good about supporting the band. They feel like they're a part of something, not priced out of it. I've even heard from band members themselves, students who love their organization dearly, who told me that they too believe the prices have gotten too high. That tells me this isn't about us versus them. It's about all of us, together, looking for a way to make things better. Now, I know there are some arguments about where the money goes. Some say it funds uniforms and trips. Others say most of it goes to halftime show props. I would not know. I'm not in there. That's a problem. Because that lack of clarity is part of the issue. Transparency and communication can solve that. People knew exactly what their money was supporting. They feel proud of it. So why not let the community know? Put up a small sign at the stand. This week's proceeds help buy new instruments for the percussion section. Or tonight's funds go toward our state trip fund. When people see the cause, they connect. And connection drives support. It's not a matter of greed versus generosity. It's a matter of balance. A matter of remembering that the goal of these events is to unite, not divide. The concession stand should serve as a place of excitement, not hesitation. A place of excitement. It should welcome families in, not price them out. But today I'm not asking for a dramatic overhaul. I'm not asking to shut anything down or take anything away from anyone. I'm asking for collaboration, for the band boosters, the school, and the city to sit down together and find a middle ground. Maybe that means adjusting prices up. Maybe it means creating combo deals or offering smaller, affordable options. Or perhaps even introducing a donation jar so that those who can afford to give more can still contribute to the band's success. All I'm asking here is fairness, or compassion, or community. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about chips or sodas. It's about what kind of city we want Oldham to be. A town where Friday nights are for everyone, where no one has to second guess whether they can afford to enjoy the same experience as their neighbor, where the band, team, families, and the city all stand together under those bright lights, proud of what they build together. So I ask you, Mayor Maldonado, to members of the city council, and to everyone listening today. Let's not let the spirit of our Friday nights dim because of something as small as a price tag. Let's make it shine even brighter for everyone in the stands. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well spoken, young man. Thank you.
We owe him a round of applause for this.
I agree. Young man, I can definitely see you filling one of these chairs in the very near future. Maybe you'll be the youngest mayor or city council member to ever sit up here, you know. So I appreciate you having the confidence to come up here and share your concern. So thank you very much. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our discussion and action items to be considered. Item A, discuss, consider, take action to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held on September 2nd, 2025. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of the regular meeting held September 2nd, 2025.
So I have a motion by Councilman Huerta. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
A second by Councilman Dominguez. So we'll move to discussion. Yes, ma'am. Ms. White?
In discussion, first of all, my name is spelled wrong. In the first item A. It's spelled correctly the rest of the time, but it's wrong there. And under item C, under B, there's a duplicate sentence. A vote was taken and passed unanimously, and it was done again. Just two little small things.
What section was that again?
And C,
See,
under three C, about the ordinance 455. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Any more discussion? We can go ahead and approve the minutes with those changes. We'll move on to a vote. Councilman, place 1,
Yes.
place 2,
Yes.
place 3,
yes.
place 5.
Abstain.
So we'll move on to item B. We're going to separate these as individuals. Discuss, consider, and take action to approve the minutes of the public hearing for planning and zoning. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve those.
Motion by Councilman Veit. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Garza. Is there any discussion on the minutes of the public hearing? I'm sorry, the Planning and Zoning Commission. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. If there's no discussion, we'll move on to a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2,
Yes.
place 3,
Yes.
place 5. Next item, discuss, consider, and take action to adopt, to approve the minutes for the adoption of the 2025-2026 city budget. Do I have a motion for that item?
I make a motion that we pass the minutes of the adoption of the 2025-2026 city budget.
So I have a motion by Councilman Huerta. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Councilman Dominguez. So we'll move on to any discussion. All right. So if we have no questions or no discussion, we'll move on to a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2,
Yes.
place 3,
Yes.
place 5. Motion carries. Next item, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the minutes of the adoption of the 2025 tax rate. Is that a motion? By Councilman Garza. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman White to approve the minutes of the adoption of the 2025 tax rate. Any discussion on that one? So if there's no discussion, we'll move on to a vote to approve those minutes. Place 1, place 2,
Yes.
place 3, place 5. The motion carries. Final item, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the minutes of the call meeting held on September 23rd. Do I have a motion? A motion for Councilman Dominguez, have a second. Second by Councilman Garza, so we'll move to discussion. Yeah, I think everybody knows you're ready, so. Yeah, Virginia Garza. So there's no more discussion, we'll move on, with a vote to approve the minutes with the changes, on Councilman Garza's, name. Place 1, place 2,
Sorry, on the special call meeting.
for the special call meeting.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
sorry.
Go ahead.
On section 2B, down there where Councilman Huerta made the motion, I think the wording on that first line needs to be reworded a little bit. There's a couple of extra B's and whatever. 2B, Councilman Huerta made the motion that adopted the resolution to adopt the tax, the no new tax. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense to me.
The special call meeting.
It says Councilman Huerta made the motion that the adopted the resolution to adopt the tax, the no new tax revenue rate. Is that worded correctly? Okay. Resolution to adopt the tax, the no new revenue. I think, yeah, I just think it's need to be reworded to where it's more understandable. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. White. I didn't even read that, and I didn't even read it, nor she read it. I think I was just skipping past all of these, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and make, there's no more discussion, we'll, go ahead and, approve the minutes with those changes. Place 1? Place 2?
Yes.
Place 3? Place 5? Motion carries. We'll move on to the next item B, discuss, consider take action to approve the parade permit and street closure routes for the following events. We'll start with item A, Motivated Road ISD Homecoming Parade scheduled for October 16th. Do I have a motion? So I have a motion by Councilman Garza, do I have a second? Councilman Dominguez, do we have anybody from the school there? Come on, sir. Did you used to be a certain part? Oh, man. All right, we'll let you slide. I think we have those, actually, I think we have those there, so. Okay, and it's the same, whether it's burning a little or you, okay, fantastic.
All right.
Any questions? Anyone? All right, I'm excited. I'm hoping I can be here for it, so. If there's no more discussion, I have a motion by Councilman Garza and a second by Councilman Dominguez to approve the, homecoming parade schedule and, place 1, so we'll move on to a vote. Place 1?
Yes.
Place 2?
Yes.
Place 3?
Yes.
Place 5?
Yes.
Motion carries. I second item under B, discuss, consider, take action to approve a parade permit and street route closures for the following events. Annual Christmas in the Park scheduled for the date still to be determined. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the annual Christmas in the Park schedule.
And do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Dominguez and a second by Councilman Garza. We'll open it up for discussion. We're kind of working with the sheriff because the sheriff also wants to participate. So they also participate in other parades, nighttime parades. So we're trying to get the schedule down with him so we can coordinate that. So hopefully we'll have something by the end of the week. And of course, I'll send an email out to everyone.
Yeah. But are you gonna coordinate with the school also
Yes.
to make sure there's no games? Because I remember last time one of the times there was a game and
Oh, okay.
we had trouble.
Okay,
getting
yeah,
there.
I'll
Yeah.
take that into consideration. We'll make sure that we're not interrupting any game schedule. But the date is still kind of TBA, so, um, that's about it. I don't have anything else to share. So we have no more discussion. We'll move on to the vote to approve the street closure routes for the annual Christmas in the Park. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2,
Yes.
place 3,
Yes.
place 5.
Yes.
Item C, we'll move on to item, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the temporary closure of Humphreys and Klein Street for the following events to provide more safety for the events. To have item A, Halloween in the Park is scheduled for October 26th. Do I have a motion?
Make a,
Motion to approve Halloween in the Park on October 26th.
I have a motion by Councilman Dominguez, a second
I'll second.
by Councilman Veit. And we'll open it up for discussion. Just like we've done the last, we'll do, the citizens will park around the perimeter of the park, set up their canopies and stuff on the park grounds. So closing, we just need to get with the fire department on closing Humphreys because they have to move the fire trucks out temporarily. Which, I've already talked to them and they said, yeah, they'll just put them over there at the maintenance shop in case they need to be called out. They also want to bring out the new fire truck that they bought, recently and kind of show it off a little bit. So they'll be also parking out there and passing out treats to the kids as well. So
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
for trunk or treat.
yes, for the trunk or treat. Yes, sir.
So it should be the 25th.
Oh, that's right. It is the
What is it?
25th. Yeah,
Good check.
Yeah.
Check.
oh, that's right.
that's the 25th.
Good catch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on a Saturday, the 25th, the week before Halloween. So
Do people that are gonna have like their trunk or treat there, do they need to call the city to get a spot or do it just first come first?
it's
served?
pretty much first come,
Okay.
first serve. Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
just,
all I needed.
yeah, I know, because
Necessarily a city event.
It's a,
Yeah, it's just a, it's just a,
We're just glad that they're doing it.
okay. That's
Yeah.
all I needed. Thank
will
you.
they be food trucks like last time?
we've had a couple of food trucks call in, but they're also doing other events. So they're
Okay.
trying to see if, I think one's going to be at an earlier event somewhere else, and then they're going to come to kind of join our event. So I'm hoping that we'll have some that show up, but we're also going to try to get some vendors out there to give treats to the kids and stuff like that. So decorating will start about 2:00. And then the kids will also gonna have a costume contest and have ribbons passed out and stuff like that, like we did every year. So, so there's no more discussion. We'll move on to the vote to approve the temporary closure of Humphreys and Klein Street for the Halloween trunk or treat. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2,
Yes.
place 3,
Yes.
place 5.
Hold on. Does he have to change it for the 25th instead of? the
Yes,
26th?
well, with the correction on
With
the,
correction
from the
on
26th,
motion.
yes.
Yes.
I got the date first and then I got the flyer after I told you.
Okay.
I couldn't change it.
All right, motion carries.
Yes.
So next item B, discuss, consider, take action to approve the temporary closure of Humphreys and Klein Street for the VFW Post 12160 barbecue for 2025 event scheduled for October 17th and 18th. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the closure of the streets for the event for October 17th and 18th.
I have a motion by Councilman Garza. So I have a second.
I'll second. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I have a motion by Councilman Veit. We'll open up to our discussion. This is the first year that the VFW is hosting this event here in Odom. They feel like being so close to the traffic that maybe they'll, bring in, some of those people that are passing through and seeing it. Actually, Friday, October the 17th will be the kids barbecue cook-off. There are rules that you can pick up at City Hall because the kids have to do most of the cooking. They can't have grandpa or, dad or uncle out there doing all the cooking. So, and I think Clayton's Meat Market is actually providing the meat for the kids event. And there will be live music also Friday night. I don't remember the name of the band right offhand, but we'll have some live country music out there as well that's also donating their time to come out and entertain the people, the folks. Of course, that's also homecoming weekend, so hopefully we'll have a lot of people from out of town that'll come out there and just enjoy the event altogether. The 18th will be the adults barbecue cook-off. That'll be kind of an all-day event. VFW said they will have some market vendors out there, maybe even some food trucks, snow cones, and stuff like that. They will be awarding the prizes on at 6:30 in the evening. So if you want to be a judge, call David. He's looking for judges to judge the barbecue. Mr. Dominguez, you're the expert barbecuer here. You might be a good judge unless you're competing. So that's pretty much it for that. I mean, do you have any questions? And I know David's not here, but I'll try to do my best to answer them.
So when he came last month, was it just a presentation? We didn't approve, we didn't.
It was just a
Huh?
Waive the permit.
Oh, I was
permit.
approved
This
to
is-
waive the permit.
This is for the temporary closure.
Yeah, on the street.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the street at that time.
Okay.
He just came and asked for that waiver and park
Right.
fees and whatnot.
And we also have our light up. I don't know if it's working yet, but
Find out with you.
when we leave, we'll get a chance to go out there and see where the light's
Yeah,
shining.
it's all on
So
Monday, so, I didn't hear back, so I thought maybe they're still working on it.
fantastic. So that's going to be exciting to see how that thing lights up the park. See how many complaints we get from the highway. The light's shining over here. So, all right, if there's no more discussion, we'll move on with the vote. We have a motion to take act to approve the temporary closure of Humphreys and Klein for the VFW Post 12160 barbecue event for October 17th and 18th, place 1.
Yes.
Place 2,
Yes,
place 3,
Yes.
place 5.
yes.
Next item on here is discuss, consider, take action to approve the temporary closure of Humphreys and Klein Street for the Christmas in the park, which again is in December, and the date's still kind of to be determined. We're still working that out. Do I have a motion?
Can we bring this item back?
Because it's
Still
already-
We have time still. Yeah, we have time. Yeah, let's see. Let's get the
I know
dates.
We don't have a date.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think that's a good idea.
But it's already on B, where we already approved for the closure,
Well, that was for
the
parade.
permit and street.
That's
Oh,
for
parade.
The first item, the B was for parade.
Christmas in the park schedule.
This one here, you can still table it for November.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try to follow up with
Because it
the
looks like the
sheriff and the school and
'Cause it looks like
see
the
about
same thing.
what date's gonna work, so we don't interfere with anything that's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, do motion to table and then just state the date. You're gonna table it to the first meeting in November?
Correct. All right, we have a motion to table, Councilman.
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and table item C, Christmas in the park in December.
Do I have a second?
No second.
I have a motion by Councilman Huerta to table and a second by Councilman Garza. So we'll move on. Just put it on the agenda for the next, right?
Unless you have
So,
a special call.
oh, yeah, I don't think we need to. Yeah, okay.
I'm
Well,
just saying because that way those people know.
Right,
Hey,
right.
this day they're gonna have street closure
for sure.
on this particular day.
All right, so we'll move for the vote for table item, place 1,
Yes.
place 2,
Yes,
place 3,
Yes.
and place 5.
yes.
All right, motion carries. Item D, discuss, consider, and approve the Cyber Fund interlocal agreement with Texas Municipal League Intergovernmental Risk Pool for cyber liability and data breach response. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the cyber fund interlocal agreement.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion by Councilman Huerta and a second by a motion by Councilman Garza and a second by Councilman Huerta to approve the Cyber Fund interlocal agreement with the TML. So we'll open it up for discussion. Sal, you want to go ahead and just share with?
Essentially, y'all did this last year on this time. Cybersecurity has become very important. I think we saw that recently in the news with the cyber attack on Oasis County and them losing $2 million. But prior to that, this was something that was brought to us last year. It is, I believe it is going up about $850 So essentially, it's a cost of 18. So basically, this is insurance in case we do have a cyber attack and we do lose something, client's equipment. This is an annual coverage, so I think it's highly recommended that we approve this. Also, for maintaining our cybersecurity insurance is that anyone with an email, uses computers, break more than 25% needs to complete cybersecurity, and we have a majority of people that have done that. We set some tests out to kind of finish it. They give it to the fire department. Let's turn this test in. Just got a couple of lingering certificates. But any questions?
So it went up $850?
Yeah, it was 1,000 last year even. So it went up to 350.
And I think this is really good because of the breach at Nueces County, they did a little test. I was talking to Sal about this there at the county, and they sent a phishing email and had the director of our department. But if you actually went and you clicked on the name of the director, you would see that the email was not. It was a random list of numbers, and it was a Gmail account, which we don't have Gmail accounts. But when you looked at the email, it was his name, and several people actually clicked on it and opened it up. So they had to retake the class. So I think this is really a good thing for us to do because, I mean, if it would have been a phishing email, they would have gotten into the system because there was multiple people that had to retake the class because of it. So if you get an email on y'all's email, the city email, just if you're not sure, just call Sal or Betsy before you open it up because you don't want to infect your phone or your personal computer or anything like that as well. So
There's no reason for us to send necessarily all of y'all an invoice. The only spending authorities the mayor, unless it's prefaced with something, but yeah, if it's something out of the ordinary, just check.
all right. Any other discussion or comments? No. All right. So we're going to move on. We have a motion by Councilman Garza, second by Councilman Huerta to approve the Cyber Fund interlocal agreement with the Texas Municipal League. We'll move to a vote. Place 1.
Yes.
Place 2.
Yes.
Place 3.
Yes.
Place 5.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item E, discuss, consider, and take action to renew the policies for the Texas windstorm insurance as well as liability and property insurance. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we go ahead and renew the policies for Texas windstorm insurance as well as liability and property insurance.
Do I have a second?
A second.
So I have a motion by Councilman Huerta, second by Councilman Garza to approve the renewal of policies for the Texas windstorm insurance as well as liability and property insurance. Go ahead, Sal. I will open it up and we'll just, if you can just share with us. I know we had a lot of information given to us. I know I spoke to Ms. Becky and there's a lot to look at, but as we discussed last time, I want you guys to be able to have, all the information so we can make a good decision on how we're going to proceed. I think ultimately Tuya is still the same. It's still the best deal overall.
So
But
our broker, Victor Insurance, we broker with them to find us the best deal possible. So in your packets that y'all received Friday and included here, it's a lot. We won't go through it every single bit, but you'll find that there was at least 3 total packages that were looked at. Tuya was one of them and still came out to be the best rate. Betsy and I did spend some time last week driving around town and looking at property and buildings and stuff. So the additional, you got this staple packet today. These are the recommendations that Betsy will emphasize on in just a bit here, but it's just a summary of those changes that we're looking at.
do you have those that you can post up there? By any chance?
I guess I can put them up here. One second. Yes.
So Betsy, can you let us, I mean, what is going to be the monthly or what's the annual cost
That's what I
for?
want to know.
112, what was it?
And what was it last year? And what's it going to?
You do the 1%.
This is
There's some
There's a
premiums.
summary page.
All of
There's a lot of premiums, that's it.
Everything included from what I see.
Huh?
Everything.
Mine went
included
crazy.
from
I
what
think
see.
it was,
For the
this email
1%.
here would probably be the best resource to go to. Do you,
Explains the difference, but he wants to know the cost of last year and this year.
It's the cheaper.
Well, every year
So-
it goes up. So I don't know.
yeah,
There's an increase with TWIA.
I know there's that one document that shows last year's, this year's. It's just, it's
Yeah,
in here
it's in
somewhere. It's a separate package.
I guess.
wasn't it, last year it was 100 and,
Here with 125,771
This year,
last year.
this year's 112,
Well, if you do the 5%, if you do the, if you do the 5%,
112.
112,170.
is if you do the 5%.
Well, you could pay in full, it's the same amount.
Right.
But you want to
Oh,
know
3%,
last
it's a 3%, sorry.
Last year was 112,170.
year.
Okay.
112 what?
170.
It's the same amount. Because that's what it's showing for
Yeah,
this year.
right. I thought it was 125.
She's showing 125,
Yeah, here,
This year's.
125,
3%.
771.
for last year.
No, I can't find that.
Total.
here.
For the 2024, 2025 expiring term.
So
That's if you want.
this year, it's 125, 771.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
it.
Last
The
year's,
1%.
that number was, she gave us for last year's. And this year's total premiums are 125, 771.
That's confusing.
So you gave us a policy from last year? Yeah.
Well, y'all wanted to see comparisons. There's the new policies in here too. It's all
Oh,
in
the
there.
new one's in here too?
Yeah, it's all in there.
This one's 125,770.
That's where I
Last year.
messed up.
That's last year.
Yeah, the 112.
Okay, I thought that was
Okay.
this year.
And that's the annual premium?
Here it is.
Yes,
But
that's
the-
the annual, it's paid
Oh,
quarterly.
okay.
She put more policy.
So so this page here, sorry, I disconnected. You'll see the options. Up here, you see the options. You'll see like TWIA option 1, 2, and 3. You'll see total insured amount, the premium, deductibles 1, 2, or 3%, and then you see the total cost per year. This is this year's. There was a lot of ups and downs with different coverages, so that's why it looks the same.
So we're doing the 1%, the option 1?
That's what y'all are going to determine, based off of the 1%.
Right, that's what it is.
Right. You'll see in
If
the
we do-
summary.
If we do the 3%, it's 112,000.
Right. So then if you, based on this proposed changes on the summary page that you got today, which is that second package, and correct me if I'm wrong, Betsy, this would basically reduce the premium from 125,771 to 119,991. That first option would change.
And that would be us taking off everything that's below 5,000. The auditors have recommended that we pass a policy to only keep capital assets that are
Above,
5,000 and over.
Is that what you,
And
Yes.
that's what is in the packet, is removing all of those. And there were some that were 5,000, and those are ones we don't actually have anymore. Been the lights that came down.
Okay, that makes sense.
So this,
So you're asking for approval for the 125? 1%?
well, we want you to, we want you to approve option 1, but we also want you to approve the changes. So we have till the 15th. So if you're okay with removing all those items, because it's really up to y'all for that policy.
Well, I think that anything
Right.
that's 5,000 or lower, I mean,
Right.
that's not worth us,
Right.
yeah,
Right now
paying
we're
that,
paying
that premium.
$31 a year to insure the picnic tables.
Yeah.
With the value of $3,000. It's like
Yeah.
something were to happen to them. would probably be for new ones anyway.
Right, so again, so we're recommending option one, but we're also asking for y'all to approve these,
Right,
to remove these changes, or add these changes. We'll go back to TWIA, or to our broker and say, take these things off, and that should reduce the premium. And then, so we're asking for that approval contingent on those changes.
And then we do expect another adjustment. There's actually be an increase because currently they have the old library marquee on there. So that one needs to be removed and then a new one needs to be added to make sure we're covered on that.
And then we have the light pole now at the park, which is, that kind of came pretty quickly. And then we're gonna have a new light pole at the Little League Park as well.
Right.
So we're gonna have to make some adjustments a little bit later.
And now will the old light poles come off? The existing ones that are totally.
Well, they removed the ones that were taken down. I
We
think
only
they
removed the
removed those
rotting ones.
last year.
Yeah, we only took down the rotting ones.
Right.
Yeah, everything that was still good was still there.
So what do we need? What do you need as far as a motion?
Uh,
I know we have a motion to approve the renewal of the policies, but there's some additional changes that we need.
I think if you correct me if I'm wrong, the motion would be to approve the renewal of TWIA insurance coverage for option one with contingent on the changes. Is that enough to cover all that?
Everything under $5,000.
Right. Yeah, to remove anything.
Why wouldn't we want to do the 3%?
I was gonna ask you, why not the 3?
Maximize coverage. I mean, but I mean, like I said, it's up to y'all.
It's not like everything's gonna break or fly or whatever.
Don't say it.
Damage.
Don't
You
say
know, I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
It was my
I-
fault.
I-
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Yeah, and that's how I'm a worst case scenario kind of guy. So that's why I just, I'm always prepared for the worst, safer than sorry, but it's ultimately up to y'all.
And that's a
Yeah, you're talking
Big
about
jump.
a $13,000
$13,000
difference. Yeah. So,
But it'll still go down anyway when you remove everything else. It's under
Yeah,
$5,000.
it's gonna go down to 119, with Betsy's calculations, 119,991.
When you
So it'll go
remove
down once we
everything,
remove everything
5,000.
5,000 or under.
So once you take that.
Yeah,
off,
so 125 is gonna go down, once we remove all those items, 5,000 or less, or 4,999 less, right? It's gonna go down. It's on, probably second to last, line on proposed effects.
On this paper, that's the one that he gave us.
Would that also work?
with the attachments,
With attachment.
Yeah,
That's what we want on our list.
And,
Right,
and, and you can go
That's
for
what the
option
one
three.
If it goes to 119, that means option 3 would probably go under 100,000.
Yes.
Oh, right here.
Option 3 would go to
Yeah, he left that.
106,000,
100 and what?
106,390.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
106.
yeah, I think
And then
that that's,
option, the 2% would go down to 115,049.
106. I like the option 3.
so I think Councilman Huertas is the idea is good. If we go with the 3%, option 3, that's gonna save us some money that, we might need to use. And anything that we can remove that's 5,000 or less, I mean, we can cover that ourselves, like Councilman said.
And something I think we do need to look at is the fire department. It currently lists that there's like $600,000 in contents. And
Well, that's something that y'all need to get with the fire department and to make sure that the list of, that their
an outside-
inventory list is correct, that make changes to that if we need to.
Surplus some of that stuff.
Man, what's not being used, I mean, we might have a lot of stuff in there that, I know that a few years ago, there was a lot of stuff there that they couldn't even use because they didn't match the trucks that we had. So, that might be something that Sal, you and Betsy need to get with the fire department and maybe, see about inventory, what they have and see where we are.
So can we go back to the question, because I just need to understand this.
Sure.
So your recommendation was that we went with the 125.
Right, because
Because of what?
I'm a safer than sorry, maximizing the return.
Give me an
on-
example of what could have, what,
The building.
I mean,
Category 5, everything's wiped out.
right,
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Everything.
and we maximize the coverage. We can replace everything
Maybe
back.
not
When you
this year.
reduce the coverage, you're minimizing the return. So, It's a business decision, right? So that's my recommendation, but I mean, y'all have those options and that's what you're gonna choose tonight.
It's kind of a difficult card to play, right? You just say, well, we haven't been
Once he
hit by a
puts it that
hurricane.
way, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't
Once he
been
puts
hit
it
by
that
See,
way.
I mean,
personally,
if-
with me, I always go with like option one, because you want
the maximum
the maximum
coverage.
coverage, just in case, let's say you have a major water.
Yeah, because it's not just
Yeah.
hurricanes. I mean, I don't want
Yeah,
to be,
this
I don't want to put any
reactivity.
ideas out there or
Yeah.
say the negativity,
Don't
but I
say the
mean,
H word.
I mean, it could be some sort of, terrorist attack. It could be, bunch of 18-wheelers, with a bunch of chemicals just mixed up the wrong way and it's just,
But
mass.
sometimes they don't.
The train?
Right, right. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's also all sorts of things, but I mean, if you want to just sort of split the difference, you can go for option
Or
two.
even the train.
I mean, I like the savings, but at the same time, what if something
That
does
does
happen?
happen, yeah.
I always put it this way.
Well-
So like whenever we had the freeze coming, it could have been, well, we're not sure if the pipes are going to freeze. So it was like, do we get a generator or not? I said, let's get a generator. The mayor said, let's get a generator safer than sorry. Did we have a freeze bad enough to where our pipes froze that we needed or that we lost power? No, but we had that security of knowing that if something happened, we had a generator that was going to make sure we got water throughout the city.
So I think a lot of us still remember, Rockport. I mean, Rockport took a long time to rebuild.
That's
and-
on my
We're still
mind.
working on it.
Yeah, and they're
That's
still,
on my mind, right?
and that was one of
I've seen
the,
that.
just talking to some of the elected officials from there when I was working in that area. Yeah, they didn't have the coverage for a lot of the things that were damaged, and they were waiting and waiting for FEMA and some of this other assistance, and it was something that never came. They're
All that's
still
getting
waiting.
cut.
So
All
Yeah,
that's getting cut.
so we
have
might
to
just
protect ourselves.
Yeah, with
Probably
Harvey,
be-
Harvey
We
was
have
in
to protect
2017
ourselves.
and FEMA money didn't start rolling into like late
Yeah.
23, 24, something like that.
But then you also said it's not gonna be 125, it's gonna be like 180.
Right, once we once we remove some items off there, yeah. And again, like you said, it's gonna be, once we get the information for the new polls and whatnot, it'll fluctuate a little bit, but we can still chip away at this.
Or the list could be looked at like further and decide on like, what do we need to operate? Like, in case one of those events, what can we be with? How are we fine without, I mean, this is something we're taking off anyway, but the baseball field bleachers. Like, could we be without those? Which those are underneath the amount anyway, so it would be cheaper to replace them.
Well-
Once you get with the fire department, you're gonna find out that a lot of that stuff, they don't need anyway, so.
And I think that if, in the worst case scenario, I mean, we are going to focus on some of the key, stuff, infrastructure that we need to get back online,
Yeah.
so we can run the city and not
Water,
necessarily
wastewater.
the baseball field lights and the
Right.
park benches and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be
we're
water,
gonna-
wastewater.
But even
Yeah,
their scoreboard doesn't work, right?
Right. That's nothing to take off too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
you
And
take
that's
that off
what, they're
'cause it
gonna be
doesn't
getting a
work.
new one, but we're not sure when, so we'd have to, cross that bridge when we get there, so.
Now, this is renewed every year.
Yes,
Mhm.
right.
So, okay, so this will be for,
Till this time next,
2026.
right, till this
Yeah.
time next year. And I think we'll, over time, I mean, we can always come back to see if they can tweak it a little bit, mid-year, see where we're at. I'm not sure if they're gonna do that, but, we have to ask.
I mean, I like to see option one, but I don't know if the other council members, I like to see option one. I think after thinking about it, you're probably right. Get things back to normal, if something was to happen, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what insurance is, right? It's an iffy.
Right.
It's an if, it's a big
I don't know.
if.
Yes.
I really got a good point too about that money, savings money, but.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you can meet in the middle and go for option two. That'll go down, once we get rid of the 5,000 or less or whatever it was, 4,999.
It'll come down less, but then for the amount, a little bit more.
Yeah, see, that's
You
always,
know what I'm saying?
it's almost like, you get on Amazon, it's like, oh, do you want to rent the movie? You want to buy it for $4 more?
Yeah.
Now you own it. So, I mean,
Effie, I see you thinking over there. Come on. I need some input from you. I mean, I know there's a lot of good
I'm gonna go
points.
with personal experience, and I go with option one, and pay a little bit more, but you're gonna get coverage when you need it. And I just found that out personally and I thank God that I went with an expensive one, the premium insurance, that covered some very costly repairs that I needed. And I didn't pay on page 0.
So,
Yeah, well, I think
It's worth it at the
yeah.
end. It's worth it.
Councilman? I mean, I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
kind of caught in the middle myself. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I understand the
I mean, I'm gonna
savings.
Go with a consensus. I mean, it seems like the majority of y'all want to go with a full coverage, so I'm okay with that.
So what would be the motion that we need? We already have a motion to renew the policy, but we're going to go with the
Option
specific.
1.
Just to amend her, it was your motion, right?
No, that's Billy.
It was Bill, I'm sorry.
It was
Yeah, you have to
Councilman
amend-
Huerta.
You have to amend the motion, all right? For option, whatever option you want to propose.
With the new.
You have some specific wording that we need to use to amend
so
the,
do we have to
so-
do the motion first to renew and then flip one, or do you?
You could just do the motion to renew with option
Yeah.
Oh,
blank.
Yeah, because we just approved to renew.
Right.
So
We didn't say
You
any
want
push
to
option or anything
Right.
like that.
add to
So,
the motion,
yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
You add to the motion.
selecting option 1.
right. And you can say contingent on, additional
Contingent on-
reduction of coverage in regards to, the 5,000 or less, however you want to put it. But when we have that direction, we're doing that anyway, so.
well, you make sure that we document the motion
You can
correctly.
Actually attach this as Exhibit 1 and just make reference to it in your motion,
Oh, yeah.
that the deductions are set out in Exhibit 1.
Okay,
Can I make a motion that we go ahead and renew the Texas windstorm insurance with option 1 and exhibit A on the deductions?
okay, do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Huerta to renew the policy for the Texas windstorm insurance using option 1 with attachment of Exhibit A. If there's no more discussion, we'll move on to a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2, place 3,
Yes.
place 5.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Sell G Street.
If,
If I want to go with option 3, you get
Yeah.
a category 5 and yes, I told you.
Hurricane season.
yeah, Betsy, if you could just keep us informed by email with some of these changes, with the new stuff, and also getting with the fire department about their inventory. Make sure that what they have on their list of inventory is still there. And if not, we can delete it off the list of coverage. So we'll move on to item F, discuss, consider, and take action on resolution 647 to nominate candidates for appointment to the San Patricio County Appraisal District Board of Directors. Do I have a motion?
They give you
It's in the package.
It's in
So-
here.
It's in the package, the list.
So I put an advertisement out for anyone from the public who wanted to be considered by council to be appointed. I didn't get any letters of interest for that. Y'all, you can nominate from the floor, right? There's no restriction that says we have to do it this way, that way. I was just trying to get the public more involved. If you have anyone that you'd like to nominate, they would be added to this list, and then we'd send that resolution to the tax appraiser. They would compile the list, and then whoever they decide to actually put on the ballot, then it comes back to us again. We have 14 votes, and it's a little weird, but basically you can vote X amount of time each person until we hit 14. Majority of that gets our votes. We send that back, and then they compile all those votes from every single voting entity, and then then at that point they put in who got the most votes in those appointments.
Because you gave us a list that had 5 names on it already.
No, it was
What was the list of the 5 names?
no, it was just saying it was a list. We were gonna need to give them a list of up to 5 names.
Oh, okay.
Last year, it kind of snuck up behind us, but we were able to kind of catch. Y'all nominated at least 2 people who actually showed interest in it.
What do you need to list by?
Let's see the letter. There's a letter in here.
You have the resolution.
Yes. So I need the resolution before October 15th. And like I said, we did put an ad out there for anyone that might be interested. They have to be up to date on their property taxes, and they can't be an employee of the city of Odom or elected associated with the city building.
Is there an age requirement?
I imagine if you're paying taxes, I guess you could be paying taxes 18, right? Property
Yeah.
taxes. So as long as they're paying taxes.
So is this something that we have to give you nominees today?
I don't know. I mean, Epi, you tell me. I would, top of my head, just thinking like maybe you can send me, there's 6 of you, right? Well, I don't think Jesse will be back before the 15th anyway.
I don't think
So
so.
if there's 5 of you, each of you give me a name, those 5 names I can put on the resolution, and then I can send it off to the tax appraiser. So if that's okay, you can pass the resolution contingent on submissions from council. And you just each get one person to put on there. That's your 5. I don't know. Just think, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's legal.
Do do we have to give you names right now, or?
As long as before the 5th, as long as I get it before the 15th.
Okay.
I meet their deadline, but as far as like, is that kosher, legal,
So we can approve the resolution as is, and we'll fill in the names
Plug him in later.
before the
We can
deadline.
include that young man right there.
I agree, right? Young man should be on there for sure. I don't know if you reached the age limit yet, but
No, he's a president.
yeah, he's already the president. He don't want to go down. He wants to go up. So,
They did give us the name of the current one. They gave us a list of the names of the current ones
Yeah,
that are
that's
on
the one I
there.
was-
So.
Oh, you're talking about that? Yeah, that's just the current
Yeah.
board,
Okay.
It's
but
still,
they're up. I mean, so you could pick, if you wanted to each, like I said, decide on your own before the 15th.
Okay.
I mean, that name, or like I said, if you got someone else in mind.
well, I think we just need to make sure that we don't nominate somebody who's really not interested,
Yeah.
and then they get picked and they're, so we want to make sure that we get with these potential candidates,
Yeah, so the 15th is next Wednesday. I mean,
Well, I think we could get them by
By next-
Friday, by the 10th. I mean,
Yeah.
Just,
Or if not, we can just go with who's there still, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
if you know someone on there that you think would do a good job and stay there, you can just put it.
If somebody might, I need to talk to them, make sure they're interested, we're not wasting their time.
Yeah, yeah. If y'all send it by Friday, there's plenty of time to just put together, and if I can leave it for mayor to sign.
so we'll just, make a motion to approve the resolution 647, and then candidates will be added before us October 10th. So candidates will be submitted by Friday,
Friday.
October 10th.
Yeah.
The Friday.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
All right, so I have a motion. Good.
And you don't have to, I'm sorry, I don't have to get 5. Like last year, we only had 2. So
Yeah.
if you have a person that's good and you're like, I don't know, I don't think anyone, whatever, and I only get 3, that's fine. If I get 2, I get 1, it's fine. As long as I get something, it'll be good.
No
Just,
more than 5.
right, but no more than 5. One of you each, yeah.
So we have a motion to approve the resolution 647,
Keep doing it.
and nominate provide candidates by October 10th. Does that sound okay? Okay, so I need a motion.
I make a motion that we approve resolution number 647. 647.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
We got a motion by Councilman Huerta, a second by Councilman Dominguez to approve resolution 647. There's no more discussion. We'll move on to a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2, place 3,
Yes.
place 5.
Yes.
I almost said 4.
I-
I've been watching myself. Item G, discuss, consider, and approve the purchase of a 25 horsepower diesel tractor, 4-wheel drive, hydrostatic transmission. I'm not going to go through that. Do I have a motion to approve the purchase of the 25 horsepower diesel tractor?
I'll make a motion for discussion.
So we have a motion for discussion. Do I have a second?
Second.
And a second by Councilman Garza. So we move on to discussion. Sal, if you want to go ahead and share
So
what your plan.
this particular item is contingent on financing. We haven't got that far yet, but I wanted to at least get a feel for council on this. This is essentially a tractor. It's got a lot of attachments to it. This is just a basic model here. This would supplement the mini. Right now, the mini excavator's out. Hopefully, it will be back into commission very soon. We actually got our backhoe back working about a week ago. So we've actually found a pretty reliable mechanic. But this is, again, we can attach one of those drag mowers, you know, so that we, because again, I think I talked to most of you about the TxDOT is said that they're not going to mow the highway anymore. I'm still wanting to fight with them a little bit about that because they've done it for years. And up until this last, month, I think, they said, oh, no, we're not doing that, even though we had that meeting.
Yeah.
Said they were.
Yeah, so they're only mowing up to the city limits now. So anything inside the city limits, we have to maintain ourselves both in the intermediate and both sides of the highway. And we don't really have a piece of equipment that, I mean, Google would go and mow that. I think you actually brought in someone to mow it, and they tried the zero turn, and
Yeah.
it didn't go well for them.
Yeah, I mean, it took them a while, but they got it done, and the price was right, was decent, and they did give me a quote about, $1,500 to maintain it, once a month or whatever the need is. But
Well, they only mow it twice a year, so.
Right.
I mean,
so I mean, it's just where do you want to put the money? You want to hire a contractor to take care of it, or do we want to take care of ourselves? Now, the reality is we're short staffed. It's about time, getting to certain things. I mean, the primary focus with staff right now is fixing leaks and breaks and upkeep with just at least the buildings. EDC is thankfully taking care of our parks right now.
well,
But again, this has multiple uses. There's an auger attachment, pallet forks, which we always have that issue. Like we have deliveries that we don't have they're basically getting the backhoe and just kind of not safely putting it.
well, I know that in one delivery, we had to get a forklift from Texas.
Right.
To just get these pallet jacks.
It was that rock aqua fault, the water activated pothole filler, and
But we had to rent it. The school didn't lend us their forklift, or did?
we had to rent a forklift, but the pallet jack was borrowed from the
The
school.
school.
Yeah, at the time.
And I think after we discussed this, the excavator in the back of the tractor would also work, because I know I talked to Sal and Betsy to give me a amount on what we've spent on rentals, and I think we're somewhere around $45,000 already that we spent on renting equipment because we don't have it. So I mean, the backhoe's back online, but the mini excavator by itself is probably 80,000. So that was kind of what I liked. Also, I think you mentioned that there's also like a grabber, like to grab brush
It's got a I can
claws, or what is it called?
Yeah, it's so these are
Grapple?
these are attachments. So you can remove these attachments and replace them. It's not just it's a multi-use. So you got
The
a
grapple.
bucket, you got the shredder. There's a shredder, pallet fork, grapple, claw grapple there, a hydraulic post hole digger, which would help, when we need to replace signs or fix them, a dirt auger, subframe and bucket, backhoe bucket. We can also this would also should help us take care of the sewer plant as well with the dragging. And one thing that maintenance staff mentioned to me is that this would be helpful to get through some of the smaller areas, where we have that issue with easements, can't get the mini dump back there. This would actually be able to get us in some of those areas. So again, I just wanted to bring this to council. We want to look at financing to see what we can get, so it's not such a hard sting.
I mean, but
initially.
55,000. I mean, we really have to look for financing for 55,000. I mean,
Right.
Betsy,
The October, November are kind of, it's kind of hard for us because we have a lot of renewals that come up. So, I mean, if we can either look at financing, if you want to pay it all at one time, I think we probably have to look at December, January, once the taxes start really rolling in. But we've looked back and, October, November, a little dicey just because we have a lot of large chunks of change that we're kind of putting out there for insurance and other renewals. But
okay.
So budget wise, as you said, we spent about 45,000 in rental. Compared to that and to this, where does that money, budget wise, where does this come out of? What
general fund.
general fund?
Mhm.
So right now your rental money's coming out of general fund?
Mainly out of system, it's whatever,
Yes.
whatever's being rented
And,
for it.
and system.
It'd be whatever's renting, like what we're using that equipment for.
Right, so if
So
it's-
they'd be using
Yeah.
all the-
Yeah, I'm sorry.
System
So
or-
if it's to fix a wastewater line, then it's gonna come out of system. You know, if it's for, I don't know, removing a tree or, clearing out a ditch, that would come out of general.
So then if we were to buy this, what part of the budget would it hit?
It would be, we would kind of have to piecemeal it. It'd be,
Let's
I mean, it would
split
be
it.
like a split maybe,
Yeah.
That's what I was
50/50
thinking.
out of each.
Do it.
I mean, ultimately, it's all the same pot of money.
Pot of
You
money.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
We have
split
one
between
bank
the
account that it's gonna all tap into.
Yeah.
You know,
I would split it.
I can maybe explore with the drainage district to see, hey, this will help us with some of our drainage. Maybe we can tap into some of those funds. We have at least 250,000, because we spent 50 and 50 on two different projects last year. So I can see if that would cover. I know they told me straight out that they were not going to help us. They wouldn't be able to help us with the highway mowing because that's a state road, and they're not sure why they were.
Are you still doing comparisons?
For this,
There's two different companies.
no, I'm sorry. That's a picture. That's the best picture I could find of the Kubota. Sorry, I'm sorry.
What if you were to do
We can. I mean,
price tag?
yeah.
Maybe like
But
John Deere.
this one here, well, yeah, I'm not sure if
Maybe this is on
John Deere
board.
has anything similar.
Well, I know that
And then whiteboard?
Is this on
Yes.
board?
one of our maintenance guys that was doing the wastewater and water, he had mentioned that this would be good for the dry beds because if the backhoe is too big for the dry
Oh,
beds,
yeah,
and
that was another thing.
if they don't use it right, it'll break the concrete. They're afraid of breaking the concrete.
Right.
So
it's
something like this would be good to clear out the dry beds
And
and dispose of that waste.
Yeah,
So,
the backhoe's a little overkill as far as equipment and, fuel use to move some waste.
yeah, the weight, I think they were concerned about the weight, and then if they hit the concrete edges with the backhoe, it could cause damage. And since we don't have the little skid steer, because that's out of commission also, this could probably replace not only the skid steer and the mini excavator.
So the 45,000 is in 12-month period? Or is
date.
it less?
That's the date.
To date,
Mhm.
45,000?
And,
Whatever you for last.
well, I mean, if you look, take in terms of fiscal year, yeah, this last fiscal year was up
Oh,
to
yeah.
45, but we're still, we're still in that area of renting at least mini,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Reynolds
So.
will kill you.
That's what we did one year with the mini excavator. We were using other contractors. We bought a mini excavator for $20,000. It paid itself off the first year. So that's what's gonna happen here.
No.
I make a motion that we go ahead and approve the purchase of the 25 horsepower diesel tractor.
And I'll second it.
So we have a motion by Councilman Huerta and a second by Councilman Dominguez to move forward with the purchase of the 25 horsepower diesel tractor. If we don't have any more discussion, we'll go ahead and move for a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2,
Yes.
place 3,
Yes.
place 5.
Yes.
Motion carries.
But if you can get it financed with a good interest rate, I'll go for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can make it contingent on financing.
You're gonna talk to the drainage district too,
Well, I will
right?
see I'm gonna see also if if the equipment can be, supplemented, with
So-
something.
A certain amount.
I don't really know, but maybe you would know, or Epi, if we use it for road maintenance, like filling potholes and stuff, can we use the street funds to pay part of it? I mean, is it, I don't know if the street funds can be
I'm
used
not
to buy
sure.
equipment.
I
I mean,
don't-
I know we
think
bought
it'd be-
other,
I
think we'd
Would it be
in a
kinda
gray
like-
area
We can
on
look
that.
at it.
area.
Because that's a,
I think that's a gray.
More materials.
Material.
Yeah, because I know we were looking at supplementing, at least compensating the general fund with street money for salaries, but that we were told that you can.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's kind of a gray area, I guess.
Yeah, well, we can look at
Yeah, we
it.
don't want to do that, but
but
I was
still.
just thinking, yeah, I mean, if you want to really look into it, I mean,
We can look at it.
Maybe
at
there's
least.
a piece of this equipment that would be only used on street. I think it would be
Yeah, but I guess typically just top of the head, it's always just been for materials.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I know that we've used it for contractors. I mean, to
Well, that
pay
too, yeah, so like
contractors,
the
contractors.
street humps that we're getting installed, that's gonna come out of street fund. Any road repairs that are coming up,
So-
that'll be street fund as
I'm
well.
pretty sure y'all can pull money here, pull money here. Come up with a good
I
down
think
payment.
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
For sure.
So I know it's already passed, but you said the other one was down, or you getting it fixed, or?
One of our backhoes is back in commission.
Okay.
The mini excavator is being worked on now.
Okay.
So we're looking at maybe another week or two before we can figure out. They think it's an electrical issue. But like I said, this mechanic, out of all the mechanics we've kind of gone through, has been the most reliable, the most communicative. His prices are fair. He's producing. And in fact, I think he brought the backhoe back, and something went wrong, and he came to the shop and worked on it some more and got it fixed, and we didn't get an additional charge. So he guarantees its work as well.
Okay.
Well, I know that we do have that other backhoe out there, but I think that's a transmission issue, and that, I think the last person who checked it was gonna be like 55,000 or something like that.
It's high.
Yeah, so,
So are they keeping a log of how what they make, the maintenance on the?
They're supposed to be. It's just hard to
to
go and check it every day, you know? I mean,
Weekly.
our lead out there, Jerry, he's our only lead out there. He's doing the best he can. And I've kind of, had the heart to heart saying, you got to be the eyes and ears out there. I mean, that's the only way we can kind of, at least try to maintain some sort of maintenance and, efficiency with the time and the equipment that we're out there.
Especially, I mean, you have to make sure it's oiled up. It has everything
Yeah.
so that
Right.
it doesn't break again.
Mhm. Right. And to be honest, these are, at least the backhoe is a T-Rex, which was bought up by some English, it was an English company bought up, so it's non-existent. So I was actually surprised that the mechanic got it back in operation because the parts are hard to come by. Eventually,
Mhm.
it's gonna go, and we're gonna have to just get something more of a name brand that we know it's gonna be around, like a John Deere or Kubota, But that's, at least this will get us through.
You said T-Rex, I thought you meant. like-
all right, so the motion
yeah.
carries on the purchase of the 25 horsepower diesel. We're gonna move on to item, what is that, 4? Odom Economic Development Corporation, discuss, consider, take action to approve Resolution 648 to approve the amount of $20,100 to compensate city staff and to cover administrative costs for work performed and incurred expenses to support the Odom Economic Development Corporation in 2025-2026 fiscal year. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 648, get the amount of 20,100.
Do I have a motion by Councilman Dominguez, of a second?
No, second.
And a second by Councilman Garza. So we'll open it up for discussion. Sal, we'll let you kind of,
Sure. So I've kind of said this in previous meetings. Of course, when I started, I was given that stipend to work as an ex officio for the EDC. In my time there, I've gone through several trainings and learned a lot, obviously. And and then of course we got the attorney. We got a qualified EDC attorney involved. And basically what we all were told was that the city can't get anything for free from the EDC and vice versa. So if right now, Betsy is working the finances for the EDC, that, we have this in here to cover a stipend to cover that work. Gabriela Zola, who's our accounting assistant, she's doing the day-to-day, work, inputting the data and whatnot, keeping up, issuing the checks, contacting council member or EDC board members for signature or approval. And then of course we have Angela, who intakes the payments from the state and logs that information. So, and then there's like we broke out like $2,400 to compensate for use of the facilities and electricity and paper and printing, that kind of stuff. So basically, EDC is not going to get anything for free from the city, and they can't legally. So this is what this is.
But it's only as earned. Like, say, she puts in 30 hours for the whole year, and that's all she gets paid. It's not 20
Monthly.
divided by 4 people.
No.
No.
Monthly
It's
for each
so
one of
it's
them.
it's 10,200 for myself, 5,000, and this is annual.
Yeah.
5,000 annually additional stipend for
For
the financial administrator. What did we say? Was it 20?
And there's 2,000.
2,500 for the accounting assistant, and then 500 for accounts receivable, because it's just getting checks and processing them. And managing that part of it. And then $2,400, like I said, for, electricity for the board meetings, paper we use to print, copies, any office supplies that are used. We will create a budget for that, and we'll keep track of that. So we may not use all the 2,400.
Epi, did you get a chance to look at the resolution, or was that you that worked on it, or?
No, we looked at it.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
Okay, and everything was good?
this came from the EDC attorney, but he did look at it.
Okay. All right, any more discussion? So I have a motion to approve resolution 648, to approve the amount of 20,100 to compensate city staff to cover administrative costs. No more discussion. We'll move to a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2,
Yes.
place 3,
Yes.
place 5.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 5, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by Councilman Dominguez. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Garza. Our meeting's adjourned. Thank you for you young adults for coming and sitting in. You guys are always welcome
Okay.
to come.